Hey guys, William Mayette, creator of JAZZEDGE. Welcome to lesson 48 from Jazz Piano Daily. Today we're talking about our improvisation enclosures for jazz piano. This is part 2, and what we're going to be covering today is we're going to be covering a new enclosure. In number 46, we talked about the half step above to half step below to the target. Now we're switching that around. Now we're going to go half step below, then half step above. So taking a look at this real quickly right here, you can see this is my target note. I just chose the note B because it's on the center of the staff. You see that I'm doing a half step below to a half step above and then resolving to my target. So it'd be A sharp to C natural, resolving down to B. If I want to resolve to my D, there'd be a half step below to a half step above to the target. If I want to resolve to my F, half step below, half step above to my target. If I want to resolve to A, half step below, half step above to my target. To C, half below, half above to my target. And then obviously D again. All right, so here is my exercise. First of all, let's note that we are starting where? We're starting on beat 4, just like we were talking about in lesson 47 of how to practice these enclosures the right way. Remember, we're shifting that beat over. Be sure to check out number 47 if you do not know why we're shifting that. So we're starting 2, 3, 1, and the fingering stays the same. 2, 3, 1, oops, sorry, 2, 3, 1, and then 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so pretty simple. Let's go ahead and play that along with our iReal Pro track. Okay. Actually, let's slow that down. I'll bring this down to 100. It's on 120 right now, but let's do 100. Let's start over. Oh, and remember, too, that you don't have to play the left hand and the right hand together, all right? So if you wanted to just simply start with the right hand by itself, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Don't feel as though you have to do this hands together right away. So even though I'm playing the left hand, you could do just the right hand. And I like to calm some rhythm there and give that extra measure some space for myself. All right, so give myself that extra measure to comp and kind of get ready. Now, I think it should go without saying, but let's say it anyway. Mix them together, right? So go the half step above, half below to the target, and then go half below, half above to the target. So what we did in lesson 46, we're going to practice that first, and then we'll move on and do this lesson number 48. So that'll be half above, half below to the target, right? And I'll give myself some time there, right? That extra measure, and then go half below. And then when you take a listen to this, when you're going slowly, it's like, it's kind of hard to like really hear how that's going to sound good. Let me bump this up to 180 and you can kind of hear it a little bit better. Whoops, I didn't know I was going to do two measures. Here we go. All right, so you can hear how as you speed this up and you get more adept at playing these enclosures, it really changes the sound of your improvisation quite a bit. All right, so let's bring this back down. I'll bring it back down to 110. Let's try playing it together. That was the half below, now let's do the half above. See how we can also go down as well. So let me do the half below. Go a half below, going up. And then half above, going down. You might want to change the fingering there as well. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 3, 2. Yeah, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, and then 3, 3, 2, 3, or 4, whatever you want to do there. But you just know that you're probably going to have to change that fingering around a little bit. All right, so that's mixing them together. It's a little bit more advanced. I wasn't planning on talking about that today, but you can kind of start to play around with that mixing of these enclosures, and now you can, hopefully you can kind of hear and see how, this is how this jazz improvisation thing works, right? By delaying that resolution getting to the chord tone via enclosures, we're able to create some more tension through chromaticism, right? Let me say that again, right? By delaying the resolution, okay, that means delaying when we get to the chord tone. We're not getting to the chord tone right away. We're kind of delaying it, right? So I'm not starting with the chord tone on beat 4. I'm delaying it until I get to beat 1, but I'm still playing some notes there. Those notes are enclosures, right? Those enclosures add chromaticism, right? That half-step stuff, right? Adds that chromaticism to my line, and it really starts to sound cool because the chromaticism adds tension that then gets released, okay? Right? So tension, tension, release. Tension, tension, release. Tension, tension, release. Tension, tension, release. All right, so as you get better with these enclosures, you're going to find that your jazz improvisation is really, really going to take off. All right? So anyway, that's it for this lesson. If you like what you see here, please go ahead back to jazzpianodaily.com or check out that card that just popped up. Note, this is a member-only sheet, so moving on from lessons 46 to 365, that's members only. You can watch it on YouTube, but if you want the sheet music and you want the iReal Pro backing tracks, you need to be a member of the site. Just go back to the site and you can get more information. And if you like the video, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and turn on notifications. That lets me know that you're engaged, that you like what I'm doing, and it lets me know to keep going. And of course, leave your comments in the comment section. I love reading them and responding, all right? Any questions you have, leave it in the comment section as well. That's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.